What up, guys? Welcome back to another video. I want to do a quick one, just kind of showcase some of the last mail I got. I got 5 packages today. These are the last things that I got in. I didn't do a video because they were pretty small. I got a Joe Perry. I think this is a 57. If I'm not mistaken, this is a 1957 Joe Perry card. He's in the Hall of Fame. I think he's a former MVP and in the Hall of Fame, if I'm not mistaken. So I figured I'd grab one of these, got these really cheap, and I got this pretty big tops. It's a box loader, or box topper, out of 50, as you can tell, out of 50, of Grayson Rodriguez. It came a little, like, smudged, like, on this side, and there was some, like, weird stuff over just on this side. I cleaned most of that off. So now, like, looking in the light at it, it looks pretty good. A couple of lines here and there that you can see maybe, but it's going to be something that's PC, just really cool for the PC in the future. It'll just be peeking. I got some of my vintage stuff just chilling right now. So I'm going to open 5 packages pretty quickly. Nothing, I don't think there's anything, like, too crazy, but I got some vintage to add to the PC in today. We're going to try to make this video as short as possible. I'm trying not to stretch them out too long, but we'll see. The first one is 1950 Bowman Football, I believe is the year. 2 of these. Raymond Parker and Vitamin Smith, maybe. However you want to say that. I'm glad they came in these sleeves. I really do appreciate the way that he shipped them. I don't normally pick up non-PSA stuff, but they were cheap enough on bid and they looked good enough to me. These are 52, not 50s. Looked good enough to me to grab. I wasn't too worried at the price that I got them at, if they were good or not. They look good to me. They got, you know, signs of wear and everything. So happy to get these 2. Nothing insane. I think it's a coach and a player. Yeah, coach and a halfback. So don't know too much about these guys. Just going to throw them into the collection, though, for now. Maybe down the road, get them graded or something. So we'll go on to the next one. I should have a couple of PSA cards in the Mailday, so I'm really excited to see. I forget exactly which ones come in today. I don't have too many on the way, but, you know, 1 card here. And this is actually a decent one in my eyes. I've heard good things about this guy. I'm still getting back into baseball. And so I'm picking up little things here and there. I was scouting for some late night snags and I saw this one and it was really, really cheap. So I picked it up. Francisco Mejia pink rookie card. I figured I'd just hold on to this. It was like $2.50 shipped, or $2.20 something shipped. It looks pretty solid to me and everything about it looks good. So I was just like, all right, I'm going to snag it and hold on to it. So it's just going to sit in the PC. If he pops off this year, you know, I've seen some people down the road, their colored chrome looks, you know, sells well. So figured why not for the price. I think this is going to be a graded card that we have next. I'm going to get some of this out of the way so that the setup doesn't look too messy. I don't want it to be too messy. I'm pretty confident this is a graded card that I got, and it is. And this one is my Rudy Berg, PSA 8 from 1969 Topps. This is probably one of my more recent cards that I've gotten. Don't know what all this is about, but I will get it out of the bag. It's probably just like a photo of what I'm getting, I guess. I don't know, or of the listing. Probably for him, I guess, if he has a bunch of these, like he scans it and knows the listing, knows where it's going, I don't know. Anyways, Rudy Berg, really like this card. For the price I got it at, again, I feel like a lot of these, like, names of people that I'm not too familiar with, I'm getting them at a high grade, or just I like the condition of the card, or I like the price of the card. And this one just happened to be all of them. Big fan of picking up old Bears stuff. I feel like the Bears are one of my favorite older teams. I know a couple people that are my friends that like the Bears, so obviously you just kind of have a natural gravitation. I feel like I picked up probably like 3 or 4 vintage Bears cards maybe, whether they've come in or not yet. But this one's a solid one. I mean, just look at the condition, the corners, everything looks really nice. You could tell that this corner definitely kind of helped kill the grade, as well as this one. The other 2 corners look solid. But a PSA 8 with no qualifiers. I really didn't pay a lot for this one. I remember it was actually a really good deal, so I snagged this one up. I forget if it was on auction or not, but really happy to add that one to the collection. We have 2 more things to open here. We will knock this one out. Let me do that. And this one is also a PSA with no slabs. I'm gonna, or not with slab, with no one of these. Jim Martin, PSA. These slabs are interesting. Is this how these slabs go? I think it is. I'll have to look. Obviously I don't think this is like a fake slab or anything. This is, I think, a pretty old PSA slab. I'll check the number and everything, obviously, to make sure. That is good. I'm not too worried about it. It's just I haven't seen a slab like this in a long time. If they even do look like this exactly. But very nice card. Got this one at a pretty solid price as well. 1950 Bowman, Jim Martin. No qualifiers with a 4. Thought the card looked good, was well centered, and can't really, pass up an opportunity to get a very well centered 1950s card, especially for football. And you can read about them here on the back. I like to read these things on the back. Just think they're really cool, really solid. Just another great addition. Kind of goes with the mini theme that we got going on. Another one of these 1950 Bowmans, matches the Joe Scott that I have. And we have the 1948 Leaf on the left. Oop, just dropped one of my slabs. And the last one, if I'm not mistaken, this one's going to be pretty rough to open. I'll tell you that. I may need to get something from the kitchen. Let's see if I can't open it using these. Is there? Okay. I think I got it. This guy wrapped this up really, really well, so we're going to just use a little bit of elbow grease, which I don't really have much of. I see the card. I just need to get through all this. I really hope this is a graded card because this card's probably getting the works right now. There we go. Making progress now. Come on. That's intense. Alright. Card's pretty much out. Here we go. Last card. Whew, man, look at all the work I had to do to get that open. Last card. Oh, yep, I remember getting this one. This is a no qualifier as well. Qualifiers are just the things on the card that, like, basically the card would grade out as this if it wasn't for one specific factor. And if it doesn't have a qualifier, it'll just show as a 7. I'll give you an example of a qualifier. I have a 9 from 1959 Topps. The OC is for off-centered. As you can tell, the card is more to the left side, not really well-centered. And, so the card looks solid other than that. But this one, Pure 7, 1969 Topps. As I said, this is actually the second 1969 Topps I've gotten in today. I got an 8 in with the Rudy Berg. But, no qualifiers. And I like this set a lot. Some really good names came from this set. I think there's a couple nice rookie cards. I can't remember off the top of my head, but really fun set to collect with all the colors going on in the background. So happy to add this one to the collection. And I'll give you guys a little update on what I'm doing with the on what the PC is looking like with my vintage stuff that I've been adding to the collection. As you guys can tell, we have Babonus and Joe Scott right there. We just added the Peter case. Got the Jim Martin in today. We also just got the Rudy Berg and the Vitamin Smith and Raymond Parker. We've had this Sherrill Hedrick for a long time, given to me by Christopher Cox, a very good friend of mine from the Chiefs group. Got the Joe Williams Mint 9 1961 college card, a Frank Gafford PSA 5 1957, a Clyde Connor PSA 9 with the off-centered qualifier, Don Hitt PSA 8. We got a couple of nice basketball cards, Rich Johnson and Connie Hawkins, both high 8. And lastly, we have my Burt Cohen autograph. I might have a couple of things around here other than that, but for right now, that's what I got. And pretty solid Mailday, though. Really happy with everything that we got in. And the last thing, I mean, obviously the Mejia, which wasn't vintage, but I showed you guys that one. That one came in today. Really stoked about that. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed, make sure y'all leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.